Alright, so today I am going to be just doing a little quick video here, just kind of for fun. Basically, I'm just doing a little video of how to, if you got sticky buttons on an Xbox controller, I'm going to be just using an Xbox 360 controller. Um, it's kind of honestly universal, but basically, with the Xbox 360 controller, you could see exactly what I'm doing exactly. But anyways, basically, what you'll be needing is some rubbing alcohol, Q-tips, and good old uh, screwdrivers. I don't know why the word was just couldn't come up. Basically, depends on how hardcore your button pushing is. Like this one, I've already fixed it before. But when I first got it, I literally would have to like forcefully push down the B button, and literally it was awful. I could not use it. It was just completely destroyed because it was so badly sticking. But basically, first off, what you could do is just grab some rubbing alcohol, a Q-tip, uh, dip it in it, and basically uh, yeah. But first off, I like to make sure I'm safe and take out the battery pack. And basically, just once it's rinsed and crap, just kind of go in a little circle around each of them. Um, well, basically, that is only if there's like so little resistance. That one's honestly not gonna do much. But basically, the only reason why I bring that up is for the people that are too nervous to take it apart or do not have the equipment to do so. Um, but uh, yeah. So first off, obviously, it's not my fault if you break your crap. I I don't know why people say that. I don't know if we have to. It's like no freaking shit. It's my fault if I broke my controller. Do it taking it apart. So, anyways, but basically, I recommend having good lighting if you're gonna be doing this, and actual proper screwdrivers, not Phillips head that basically after you sit there and twist it forever and you basically just break the screw and then you can unscrew it. I would not recommend doing that. You could go on eBay, on Amazon, and I bought this package of 12, I think, 10 or 12 of them, and basically they are made specifically for the Xbox for just controllers because controllers they like to have this little well basically on there there's like a little ring that pops up basically to prevent you from just tampering with it. It tries to make it so it's a little more difficult, and yeah. So basically, the one you will need if you got those is a T8 screwdriver. Yeah, if it will focus. Well, just trust me. This is T8 X 50 millimeter. So, yeah, T8. Basically, right here, there's a sticker normally right there that you'll have to take off. I thought it was right here, so you'll see a little bit of a damage that I did there trying to get the piece of the sticker off. But yeah, so yeah, just take it off, and basically what you got to do is if you start getting frustrated when you're taking crap apart, just walk away, take a couple minutes, go take a breather, cause the last thing you need is to be trying to do something like this and you take it apart and then you get frustrated at it and you manage losing pieces, damaging your controller, um, and yeah. So and just you got to be really careful with this kind of stuff. Uh, just just kind of don't be an idiot. Honestly, that's like the best example. Just there's nothing really to be said. Just don't be an idiot. Be careful with it. And just make sure you keep track of all of your screws. And yeah, I would pause this, but this recording software does not have a pause for some reason. Um, but yeah, so basically what you'll have to do is at the end, um, okay, there we go. Finally, this last one. I should have done most of these preemptively. I will learn that for next time. Alright, but anyways, so now that you got them all off, you kind of push down on the triggers, and you just kind of, actually, well, you don't even got to push down the controllers. Basically, you'll have these guys that come with you. It's honestly easier just to take them off, because it's simple as hell to put them back in. And basically, now you're just stuck with this part, because this part we don't really need. Right here, you could do crap if you got joystick drift, but that is much more risky than cleaning controllers. But anyways, so basically, then you just take that part off, and whichever button it is, or buttons, and based upon how bad it is, basically, one, if it is hardcore, just super sticky, where you gotta sit there and just push super dang hard to make it go down, like it feels like somebody put glue in there or some shit. It's just, if it's hardcore, you're gonna have to go more hardcore than rubbing alcohol, aka you're gonna take out all of these, just everything, take it over to a sink, wash it off, just wash it out and dry it off with a towel, paper towel, whatever. And basically, what I like to do just to be safe is I basically have it to the side and I don't use it for like 2-3 hours just to make sure everything there has evaporated and just to not. And I don't even put this on, so you keep these separate so it doesn't get in on the the board. And yeah, so basically what you'll want to do is on these guys, you might be able to see, because before, what would happen is there was just all this crap all over this. This light's making it harder for it to focus, but yeah, basically there was crap all over this that it would make it so it would stick. And so even though I cleaned off this, I realized after like a day or so, it was back to, I would have force push it. Push it down. Yeah, not force push it. Yeah. And yeah. And so basically, then I have to take it apart, and yeah. Here, I'll get this open now. And this kind of comes down to preference here of how much you'd like to do. Trying to make sure I don't spill it. Okay. So you got your rubbing alcohol on your Q-tip. And so what you'll want to do is kind of grab this guy and just kind of go in a circular motion on it. Just go around, just rub onto it everywhere. And make sure all of the gunk that was on it is off as much as possible. And basically, since it's rubbing alcohol, it will evaporate much quicker than it would be if it was water. And that's why I like to do this one more, just in case, just so you can use it much sooner than it would if you used water. But then you want to just kind of go in here and just do the same thing. Just kind of go in there, wipe it down, and basically with this one, you'll have to go a lot more hardcore if you if it is if this is down here is the issue. Uh, and yeah, so basically just do that to all of the buttons that you need to, and just basically then you ditch this. Q-tip, all that crap. And while you're in here, you could go around cleaning on the outsides because I see that a few of the controllers, like this one included, there's stuff that gets stuck on on all around here. Just this weird, like kind of like crusty shit. It's nasty. And so, yeah, just get rid of that as much as possible, pretty much. And yeah, so you'll see that some stuff got off of the controller, and that's great to get. off of anywhere, just because we don't want that getting inside the controller, like, you know, in like the analog stick and your buttons on the circuit board, because that could just damage it, and it will shorten the lifespan of said controller and make it so you cannot. You basically have to replace it sooner, obviously. But yeah, and so then after you're done with all that, just washing it down or whatever, and it's time to put it back together. Just literally do everything in reverse. That's kind of all I could say. Uh, just kind of be careful, grab all the dudes, and I don't know about the knockoff controllers, but with Xbox controllers, like the Microsoft controllers, they will have it so there is certain indentations that will make it so the Y button will only fit in the Y section, and the X and will only go and fit in that one, and so on and so forth. And basically, what you need to do, because I messed up on this part before when I was taking this part, is I was an idiot and I did it like this. You don't want to do it like that. Where I put it on here like that. I'll make it so your controller will not stick back together all the way, and it will make it so the D-pad will not work. So you don't want to have to go through it all over again because you screwed up basically. And oh no, dang it, I'm screwing up with this part. I always mix up which section I put it into. That'll do. Yeah, I always do that, man. Where I'm always just like, oh, where do I put this? Alright, and so now you want to grab these guys, just the vibrator. I don't know. That sounds weird, more weird than it really is. Oh yeah, whoops, forgot this guy. You gotta put that in. Got to do that. Alright, grab it and make sure you gotta make sure you put it in. I always do that. I put it in wrong. Basically, make sure this ring part here, where it curves, just yeah, right there. Make sure that is facing back towards the triggers. Just because I always manage to put that in wrong, and then I'm like, oh, well, that immediately makes me have to take it back apart. Yeah, and so then just you can right now you can test the buttons, make sure it works all good. Yeah, and then basically grab your screwdriver again, all your little doodads, pop them back in, and simple as that, basically. You just gotta make sure you put everything back in where it belongs, obviously. And if you do not put it in correctly, obviously you'll have to take it apart again, which is just annoying. I hate having to take it back apart after I screwed up. But yeah, I know most of this was definitely just kind of me, uh, kind of rambling, just because I had more time. Because I basically I couldn't pause the video, and I can't be fucked to edit. So, uh, yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't think too many people are too interested in 360 controllers at the moment. But anyways, that'll do it for this one. If you enjoyed it, give it a like. If you're into that, I don't care. Do whatever, honestly. Do whatever. But yeah, that'll do it. Alright. Bye!